Scotland's industry.
The Whiskey Castle.
$75 bottle of whiskey. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday the 17th. Tom and Trowel, we're getting ready to head out. All the work is done. The van's just about ready to go. The trucks are coming by just to give us some background noise. We're really going to make it to Balmoral today. We ran out of ambition yesterday. The drive was pretty strenuous. Very narrow roads, very steep, very windy, and but we had a wonderful night. Got the maintenance is all caught up. Did an oil change, filter inspection, lube. So, and here's my partner walking up behind us. So we'll get ready and be on the road. A first for us, a 20% grade downhill. I couldn't imagine coming up. Absolutely could not. I'm very glad we have ceramic rotors with vented and ceramic pads with drilled and cross-grooved vented rotors and high temperature brake fluid. This guy's going to be all bent behind me, but
that's all right. Let him pass.
Squirrels ahead. There we go. Are we in a named village?
No, not that I know of.
In search of gasoline this morning. Rumor has it.
Ah,
Wow.
shocking.
Regular unleaded is fine. It is. Going into the valley has merit. The sheep are painted.
Looks like there's a little town here.
Yeah, it's called Logie Coldstone. far to Balmoral do you think?
5 miles, 6 miles. It's so weird. There's no signs.
We are at the Balmoral car park. Blah, blah, blah. We made it in spite of the bridge being out and detours and having to find gasoline and everything else. This is kind of a high point for me. I've always been fascinated that the Queen had a summer castle in Scotland, and look forward to being here. So we'll see what we can show you.
The maps, right?
Yeah. And we are inside the castle grounds at Balmoral. How great is that? Just some big gnarly trees that you would expect to have in the castle forest. We're walking through the gardens, and it looks like they have nurseries set up. Figs. A steamy hothouse. So after many, many thousands and thousands of miles and windy country back roads and washed out bridges, we have arrived at Balmoral. And it's just always seemed like such a comfortable place. Seems to be lots of pruning around here. This is the garden cottage. I guess if you didn't rate to stay in the castle, you got to be put in the garden cottage. So I have the lens open as wide as it will go, and we can't get all the lawn in. That's a lot of mowing. You look at just the front face from the lawn, it's one thing, but it goes around to the side. And we're starting to see the left side of the castle now. And you know how lucky are we that it's not raining? Well, it's really an intricate building.
She was very happy and sent me a very big thank you.
Oh, I bet she did.
Yeah. Where are you from?
California?
California. Where in California?
Right outside of San Francisco.
Okay.
San Jose.
I used to travel to America quite often.
Oh.
Now, you know I'm quite the gutter man. But that right there is the cat's meow. So here's the foundation stone. Victoria and Albert, 1853. Was this an addition, or was that, I don't know when Balmoral was built. And look at on the top of the downspout.
Yeah. Cool, huh?
Is that just not the coolest thing? They have a lot of lawn. The Standard is flying.
But when the war broke out, it was decided to replace it with this shiny. Is the people and the scenery at that time. One of her favorite artists.
Aha. So they wouldn't let us image anything in the Great Ballroom. So I'll have to look that up elsewhere.
I sure hope that's ketchup.
Oh yeah. So here's a little tidbit for you. We were in the gift shop and I wanted some chutney and some honey. And Debbie hands me the wallet because we use the One Visa because that's kind of all you get to use. And I don't know, it was $10, something like that, 10 pounds. And I just signed J. Lewis, as I always do. And the clerk looked at, I guess, the signature and wanted to see ID. So I called Debbie over and she showed her license. And then we both got scolded that that's inappropriate, it will never fly. She could reject the entire transaction and I will have no chutney. And I did manage to hold my tongue, but it was quite hard. So many of these trees, as it turns out, were planted, well, probably not by Prince Albert, but he directed the landscaping. So all these mature trees, there we go. Anyway, so much of the garden has his fingerprints on it. Now we're going down to the river, and there are supposedly markings for the high points during floods. What else can I tell you about this? Very, very cold here. It has been recorded, I think, minus 27, they said, was the lowest known temperature. And you can have frost at any time except, I think, July or August. So the river is down there.
Oh, is that a cow?
And here is the high water mark, December of 15. Storm Frank. I didn't know they named their storms. Let's see. 1937, 28, 2014, Hurricane Bertha. My. Guess you always want your castle by a good source of water. Not to make light of it, but apparently they're the royal gophers also. Time for me to leave. Bye-bye. The way back to reality. The River Dee. Good morning from Balmoral. We're on our way to Aberdeen today. Weather's supposed to be blue skies, actually, and I think in the mid to high 50s. So had a wonderful day here and a wonderful night at the park up that's provided, you know, for the castle. There's a section for RVs that I think it's $10 a night equivalent, and there's maybe 6 or 8 spots. everybody was here and it was quiet and we slept well, and looking forward to the drive today. So here we go.